friend, it's Stephanie Crevens with the Problem Solver School, where I share tips and encouragement so you can fix your hot messes. And today I want to share with you some of the wonderful things that I've learned over the past 5 years of getting to live out my dreams and my mission and my purpose through coaching and speaking and training by helping other troublemakers discover and live out their purposes. To me, I am the luckiest woman in the world because I get to do this every single day with amazing people doing impactful work across the United States. I'm going to share with you some of the things I've learned in building my business. And if you have any hopes or dreams or little whispers in the night of maybe I want to start my own thing, I hope that you take these tips to heart and use them in a way that makes sense for you. So first off, when I was starting my business 5 years ago, I thought the answer was just quit and go live out my coaching dreams. And friends, I am so lucky that my husband helped me see another way and create another path, because I think if I'd done it the other way, I wouldn't be able to celebrate 5 years with you all here. And that way is you have to create financial stability for your personal economics while you're building your business. And what I did is I went to my employer at the time and I said, hey, I would love to serve this distinct role for you as well as build my business on the side. And so I asked to be a 1099 employee with a separate role than what I was doing, and it really made sense for the organization and for me. And I started my company, and really my former employer became my first client to support my bank account for my company. And so what I did is I worked 30 hours a week for them, and then I worked 40 hours a week for myself, building my company and working on becoming a really great coach, because I was providing financial stability for my corporate bank account, as well as being able to pay myself what was a livable wage at the time, to my personal finances. So you can't go into business thinking that you can just cut bait and go from financial stability, i.e. the paycheck every 2 weeks, to zero coming in and launching your own business, because that just doesn't make sense financially in the short term or the long term. You have to find a way to create that stability and savings account, because the finances for a business for the first, especially 3 years, are very uneven, very rocky, very inconsistent. So you have to find a way to create stability for yourself. And that could be some kind of side hustle, that could be some kind of part-time job, whatever that is, but find it for yourself and build in financial stability and consistency for your personal economics while you work on building your business. From the successful entrepreneurs that I've studied, that seems to have been their way as well. They didn't just cut off their old job and go, jump straight in with zero income coming in. They found a way to have consistent income coming in while they were building your business, because your business is not going to create consistent income for you for at least 3 years, at least. So you have to figure out how to do that for yourself so that you can keep a roof over your head, so that you can eat, so that you can have transportation, whatever that is in your life, probably pay off your student loans, those kinds of things. So please don't add stress to your entrepreneurial journey by having zero income come in. Instead, find a way to create some consistent income in a way that makes sense for you and your family while you're building your business. Second, as a business owner and as a person who is in love with whatever you're trying to do on your own, you have to own your own roles. And so chances are, if you're thinking about starting your own business, it's because you're passionate about something. Something makes you come alive. Selling jewelry, being an HR consultant, being a coach, being a trainer, offering a software service to the world, whatever it is. But just know that when you start your own business and you're a business owner, you don't get to do that 100% of the time. So as a business owner, you're an owner, you're a director of operations, you're probably going to be your bookkeeper starting out, you're going to be your own scheduler starting out. You're going to deliver the services. You're going to have to do sales. You're going to have to do marketing. So know when you have to step into all of those different roles at various times. So I don't get to do coaching 100% of the time. In order to do coaching about 10-15% of the time, I have to be a salesperson, which is one role, one posture for me. I have to be a marketer, which is one role, one posture. I have to work with my colleague, my assistant, who helps me do marketing, who helps me schedule, who helps me book my professional development opportunities. I have to manage my finances for my business. And so I have to purposefully step into all of those identities in order to do the thing that I love. That's just the reality of being a business owner, an entrepreneur, a solopreneur, whatever label you want to use. That's the reality. So the thing that you love to do, you have to do all these other things around it in order to get to do that 10 to 15% of the time. That's the reality, y'all. Number 3, if you want to do what you love and live out your purpose, you have to become a good salesperson. If you think that sales is a bad word, y'all, you're going to have to reframe that, because if you don't do the work that it takes to learn a really great sales process that works for you, that's authentic to you, you're not going to get to do the stuff that you love. Oftentimes people come into this work thinking that sales is icky and smarmy and gross. And frankly, sales is a business function that allows you to meet people who will possibly buy your services because they need it, because they have a need for it, because it will transform their life, so that you get to do the thing that you love. So don't put down sales as something gross and inauthentic. Learn to do it in a way that makes sense for you. And yes, if you're selling yourself, selling your own professional services, it feels weird, and it's a weird ego thing to learn, to get past selling yourself but not taking rejection personally. But you'll work it out. You'll figure it out. Learn how to do sales, because sales is the conduit for new friends to become clients, so that you get to do what you love. That's all that it is. Number 4, you can't escape yourself when you're working for yourself. There's this wonderful book that helped change my life, and a saying that goes along with it. It's just, wherever you go, there you are. So when you're working for yourself, you're left alone with all your faults and all the things that make you great. So you no longer have an organization around you, a culture around you that you can blame for when things don't go right, or colleagues who aren't turning in their materials or meeting their deadlines. You're going to learn how truly disciplined you are about deadlines and following through, and the head trash that you have when you're working on your own. So find a way to work through that with a coach, a mentor, a therapist, whatever makes sense for you in your life. But when you're working on your own, you're going to have to tackle your insecurities and your demons and your head trash. That's the only way I know to be successful. And number 5, and this is from my spirit animal and this wonderful speaker and research out there called Mel Robbins. And she has this video, and the moment I watched it, it just hit me like a ton of bricks. But if you're going to be a business owner, you have to know that no one is showing up to motivate you. No one is showing up to make you do the work. And so when you leave your corporate gig and now you're out on your own, and you've got days and weeks where your calendar is completely blank because you don't have anything to fill it up with, you have to have the discipline to show up and actually do the work, to follow through, to figure out what the next best step is. Because I guarantee you there's going to be many days where you wake up and you're like, I have no fucking clue what to do right now. You're going to have to figure it out, because no one is showing up to tell you exactly what to do. That's part of the joy of being a business owner, and that's part of the sheer terror of it sometimes too, y'all. You have to figure out how to motivate yourself, to give yourself a direction, to stay focused on your goals. That's all there is to it. Only you can do the work that it takes to be successful. And you can do it. I know you can do it. But you have to you have to find the internal drive to make it happen. All right, my friends, those are some of the things that I've learned from my first 5 years of business. I can't wait to celebrate with you all at 10 years of business, 15 years of business, living out my purpose as a coach who works with troublemakers who are trying to change the world. All right, make sure you're getting these videos delivered straight to your inbox at stephaniecrevens.com. It's time to get off the internet and get the real work done and be a great problem solver. I'll see you next time.